One of the most underrated troops in Boom Beach is of course the Humble Rifleman. Early on in the game, he's probably one of the most clutch troops you can get, especially when you very first start and you can overwhelm low level defenses and stuff with loads of riflemen. It's kind of your go-to troop combo when you first start out, but once you've sort of developed a few more troops, maybe you've got heavies and Zookas and eventually warriors, you tend to forget about the riflemen and they sort of get left behind. People upgrade them and they know they're good for a couple of different troop loadouts and stuff, but they're definitely very underrated. One of the troop combos, Rifle Zooka. The trick with Rifle Zooka is to have the rifles out front and the Zookas in behind. You can take a boat of medics as well and then either brick battle orders or Kavan second wind. And the way you think of this working is like heavy Zooka, you've got the heavies as the meat shield, the Zookas in the back doing the damage. The Rifle Zooka loadout is exactly the same. The rifles are the meat shield, the Zookas are doing the damage. You can overwhelm the defenses just by sheer numbers using rifles. You don't need tons of health. Obviously, the main thing to watch out for is splash damage, mines, mortars, rocket launchers, that kind of stuff. Definitely don't count out the Rifleman. He is pretty clutch. The Grenadier is also extremely underrated, especially in sort of mid-game, end-game kind of territory. VP pushers know the value of the Grenadier. It used to be used quite a lot at extremely high VP with loadouts like RZCM and stuff. Her cryo beam gun thing shoots out the frost beam, think like cryo bombs, except in a gun. It's excellent when you mix it with RZCM. Mixed with the other underrated troop, the Rifleman is absolutely stupid strong troop loadout. The game with this one is the rifles, obviously the meat shield, Zookas are doing the damage, but the cryo comes in and freezes and slows down defenses. Things like the splash damage that we were talking about a moment ago with the Rifleman. So rocket launchers, mortars, flamethrowers, machine guns, all that kind of stuff gets slowed down and does less damage to your troops, so you actually lose less troops using that really overpowered troop combo like the RZCM. The next troop that I think is extremely underrated is the mech.
What's your... What?
You thought I was being serious then, didn't you? My next underrated troop is the Grenadier. This one for me is actually one of my favorite troops in the game. Doesn't get enough love like it should, and for the amount of damage and the amount of destruction that this troop does is just crazy, especially when you've got the right statues and the right troop combos and stuff. They are clutch, they are so overpowered, it's unreal. The one thing you do need to be careful of when you are using Grens is if you flare them in tight into a corner between buildings and stuff, what can happen is they will kill themselves or kill each other with friendly fire. For this video, I'm going to show you TGM, which is tanks, grenadiers, medics. There's other troop combos you can use with this. You can use them just on their own and just have bullet out front with just Grens. That's generally the way that I tend to use them. But for the purpose of today's video, I'm going to show you TGM, easily one of the most powerful troop combos out there, especially if you haven't got instant training. This is a very low mortality troop combo. So if you don't have instant training, this is definitely a combo you can use to clear your entire map quite easily without losing many troops. Trick with this is having bullet out front, or if you don't have bullet yet, you can use Sparky and Critter Swarm or remote hack, things like that. Anything that's going to create distraction in front of the tanks is fine. And then you have the row of tanks, which is then the meat shield for the Grens, and the Grens are out back and they're clearing all the mines. They're adding extra damage to multiple defenses at a time, while the tanks just finish things off and take the buildings down a bit quicker. The extra bonus you get using this combo is the overthrow feature of Grenadiers, where they don't just target one building, because they do loads of destruction to lots of buildings. What tends to happen is the buildings behind the ones being targeted tend to get destroyed first. So that overthrow, where they take out buildings behind the core or behind the defenses that you're shooting at first of all, those can clear massive pockets and massive easy free snipes just from that overthrow ability alone. And then just as a side note, as a slight twist to the old underrated troop theme, is the tank itself. Back in the day, everybody used to hate on the tank for being, you know, a bit pants at the game, whereas nowadays it's far more accepted far and wide since the introduction of monthly crab and crab account, where people are running much more troop damage statues like I am on this one. These are crab sort of statues. Tank loadouts are becoming much more viable, even on operations as high as Massive Attack, Forlorn Hope, things like that. You will see some tank players out there who have got crab statues doing some absolutely stellar hits. Don't discount the tank. The tank is still pretty underrated in the terms of people hate on it for being slow and not dealing enough damage. But like I said, with the right statues, they can be pretty good. There you have it, guys. That is my opinion on the underrated troops of Boom Beach. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you think are the most underrated troops in the game right now? Big shout out to our Patreon supporters as always. Thank you guys, and channel members too. You guys are all absolute legends. If you want to get involved and unlock some exclusive BBTFRG perks, check out the Patreon and the channel members. All links in the description. We really appreciate all the support you guys have given us. But in the meantime, guys, smash that like, subscribe, use code BBTFRG. I will see you in the next one. Peace.